So for today, I'm going to show you all how I get my beachy, more like lived-in waves, like I have right here, more than like a coiled curl. This is with my short hair. I normally have like super long hair, but I just recently cut it off. So I had some people requesting to see how I curl it. Super easy. It does take a little bit longer where I have a row of extensions. My hair is pretty thick. Too, so I have that plus the extensions. If you don't have that, it's really fast and super easy. So this is my hair. I just air dry it. I like never blow dry my hair because I feel like my hair doesn't feel the same. It feels way softer if I just let it air dry. So this is my hair air dried. I just sprayed in some heat protectant and then brushed it through. So all I'm gonna do is split it in half. And then I always start at the very back and the top and just grab a small piece. It's gonna be hard to do because I can't really see in my mirror. And so I always start going towards the back, but I do alternate. So I use one with a clip. This is the Hot Tools 1-inch. Okay, so once I get to my ear, all the pieces that I'm going to be curling are all going to be towards the back. It just looks better towards your face that way. So now that I got to past my ear, I'm doing them all towards the back. Still the same way. You just want to keep twisting and then pull down. When you get to the bottom, straighten it out. The twisting and making these like really coiled ones combined with the straightening afterwards is what gives you kind of like the more beachy look, like the beachy waves, rather than the super coiled curls, which there's nothing wrong with super coiled curls, but today, super coiled curls, say that 5 times fast, but today we're doing beachy waves. So once you get the hang of it, it's a lot easier to do. It took me, once I chopped my hair off, and I mean my hair was like really long. Once I chopped it off and got the hang of curling it, after like 3 or 4 times, it was a lot easier. But like the first few times I was like, this is so much harder than curling long hair. I feel like everybody with short hair has a rough time at first because you're used to having like lots of length to wrap around and work with, but you don't when your hair's only like 6 inches long. And so if I have, where my hair's kind of curly, if I have any pieces that are kind of like kinky or crimped towards the top, I just run through them as I start to curl. That's why I start up so high, and it kind of straightens them out before we go to curl. And I do my front pieces just a little bit different because I don't like them to be super coiled and curly. So I do like really small and thin pieces towards my face, which I can't really duck under all the time, so I just kind of do whatever it'll let me do. I'm trying to grow out. I got like, I think they're called curtain bangs, when my hair was longer, so I'm trying to like let those grow out too. So I usually just leave a little piece out and then pull it straight down. If you have really short pieces like me, you probably won't be able to pull or coil them, like keep wrapping. So what I normally do is wrap really close and just do like one and just kind of make it look halfway decent. It's so hard. Try and make it match the rest of my hair. I usually just end up brushing that one out. Okay, so we have one side done. So then, again on this side, we're starting at the back and repeating this whole process. I swear it takes longer for me to curl my short hair than it ever did my long hair. Because long hair, you just grab big pieces and curl it and just kind of roll with it. Put it in, and I'm going to drag and twist. And then once I have a little bit, I kind of duck under and then twist and then wrap the part that you just twisted back up. Then I would keep going, and I always leave a little bit out at the end, probably like an inch or less. And then you just keep twisting. When you get to the end, you want to pull straight like that so that you've straightened your end. And then I just let it go. So I'm going to grab another small piece. It's kind of hard to get a small piece with my hair this short and extensions. It's like really, really thick. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to go towards the front so that they alternate and they don't all make like one big curl once we brush through them. So this time my top clamp piece is facing the back, and we're going to twist towards the front, duck under and twist back up, and then straighten that last piece, the end piece out. Okay, and I don't, like, where my bottom layer is so much shorter, I don't put a lot of, like, emphasis on it, especially if the curl is, like, not turning out, because you won't really see it anyways, and where it's so short, most of it is straight where we do the pull through on the end, so it's not a big deal if those don't turn out exactly perfect, because they will be covered up. So I'm doing my bangs on this side. Still the same thing. I pull through a little bit to straighten those out, twist, then you duck under and keep wrapping, and pull through straight on your end. Like I said, my front pieces always turn out a little bit different than the rest, but that's okay. Last one. And I always let mine cool before I do anything to them. Unplug that before I forget. And once they're cool, which this side is cool, I first just kind of will finger comb through them like this. And some days I want mine more curly, and so I'll just leave it like that, to where they're like separated, but they're still pretty curly. But if I want them to be a little more beachier and brushed out, then you just go through and brush them out a little bit. Gives that curly, but still like more of a beach wave than like a very coiled curl. Which personally for me and my hair, if curling my hair this way just makes it last a lot longer than if I try and do like the looser waves with a curling iron, which I still think these look pretty loose compared to like how you would normally curl your hair. So I'm happy with how they turn out. So this is our finished product. I usually go through with some hair oil. My favorite is the Olaplex bonding oil, just a little bit, because it does kind of help if you have some delicate or fried pieces. If you're a blonde, you probably have some damaged pieces, so if you just put a tiny bit in your hands and run that through it, it makes a world of difference.